Uh-oh.
And RAGBRAI is an acronym for registers. That's the newspaper. So, okay. So, Iowa and some states, not sure yet, have a significant cycling program. This is my bicycle. I have about 4 of them. This is made in about the mid-1990s. Just kind of keep them nice. The most expensive bicycle in my area today is $15,000. But many times you can buy a piece of bicycle, it'll go all the way across over. Iowa has a transportation act, and everything in green here, it's set up for bicycling. Many of the cities set up trails and by the roads for bicycling, and some of the roads across the state are set up for bicycling. You need a bicycling lane, and the lane should be about 4 feet off the pedal form. So if we had that according to Missouri, we'd have a Iowa is substantially flat, and particularly in the western part. The eastern part is not flat. It's rolling hills, and it's quite scenic. So just scenic. We were bicycling through eastern Iowa, and there's all this wild hemp or barrel growing alongside the side of the field. That was news to everybody. But up there in Iowa, we grew hemp during World War II to make a boat because we couldn't get it from the villa. So that's what it's just think that it doesn't have any of the hallucinated qualities. Okay, so this, when we start, we had 120 members on the team, and about 15 of those members were nothing but support. We have trucks and about everything that's like this. There are teams for about everything that you can imagine. I rode sometime with a group of women in their 60s, 70s who called themselves Team Breast Cancer Survivors. And so you have some of the names are Team Bad Boys, from people who drink too much and are looking for women. And so it's just everything that you can imagine is up there. And so every night, the town that you stay in will have entertainment for you. Rock and roll bands. Sometimes the rock and roll bands are way just nothing but noise, and other times they're pretty nice.
What was your team name?
Our team is Team Aim High for the Air Force. Aim High, not Team Bad Boy or anything like that. But about every group that you can imagine, every institute that you can imagine, will have a team there. There was a team Springfield there. Okay. Here we are. People are extraordinarily kind to us. This is our opening night in Orange City, which is in the northwest Iowa. Orange City is a Dutch town, and there's a woman there whose family is part of the Air Force, and she has a business there. And she invited us to have dinner in her shop, and so she and her neighbors provided us a wonderful barbecue dinner there for over 100 people. And here we are in the shop, and people are extraordinarily kind. Next slide, please. Yeah.
The word minute.
There we go. Okay, so, if we have all kinds of fun things, this is exercising. And they have goats, a ghost that gets on your back and you exercise, get that fun. Isn't that fun? Okay, so, here we are. Now, next slide. Now, here's a young woman on our team, and Iowa has piglets, small pigs, and she's just cuddling that pig. And she was so happy with that, and the pig was so nice. Next slide. That's me. That's me. Okay, next slide. Now, a farmer will have a cow that everyone, that's a cow or bull, I don't know what it is. But they'll get on that and get their picture taken. Next slide. I want to show you that's West Bend. West Bend is famous for the West Bend grotto. At the Catholic Church in West Bend, Iowa, a person created out of native rocks this whole little architectural city on church grounds. So that's the West Bend grotto, and it's fascinating, just fascinating. Next slide. Oh, a lot of times there's this kind of thing, a town will put on, and you'll have a heat that compete against each other to move that barrel from one side to the other. A lot of fun. Everything on a hot day, everyone gets wet, everyone loves it. Next slide. There we are. That's a typical road. They block the roads off. No one else can be on these roads. And so that's the whole theme there. Now, there were somewhere between 25 and 30,000 people on 25 and 30,000 people. Of that, you have maybe 20 or 22,000 registrants who pay RAGBRAI fees of about $400 or $500 each to be on the ride. And then they'll have additional expenses of maybe another $400 or $500 to be on that team expense. But here we are riding. Now you can see that this is a recumbent bike there. Other different types of bikes. There was one woman who rollerblade all across Iowa. Rollers. Yeah. Next slide. Okay, here you go. You get your picture taken with. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Next slide. Make it big. Okay. So the whole idea is to have a lot of fun. The whole idea is to experience true nature and true life. I think it's very deep, but it takes a lot of work from safety. I will tell you that on our team, the Air Force team, we were all trained in emergency procedure. So I'll give you a little scenario. We had a woman on our team. She's from Colorado Springs. She's a captain or major out there in Colorado Springs, and she and her husband met 2 years ago on RAGBRAI. They got married, and their bison across Iowa this year on the team. A fellow right in front of her has a heart attack on the bike, and he keels over, and somebody else around. In a little while, I arrived, but she's the only person in time. She is an emergency physician, and so she starts giving immediate CPR and gets the guy breathing, not regularly, but breathing irregularly. And she's doing CPR, counting on. She breaks 11 of his ribs to do that CPR. That's kind of legit. Now, a high patroller arrives and he has a defibrillator in his patrol car. He applies that, shocks it, and gets him breathing regularly again. A helicopter it's a helicopter called in, the helicopter arrives and takes the fellow who is bicycling 20 members of his family. One of the family members is a physician himself, and the other family member said, "Are you going to help her? Is she willing to invite?" And he says, "She's doing it perfectly. I will stay out of it." He said, "She's a emergency physician. She knows what she's doing." So he just stands back. They get the helicopter. They take him to Mason City, Iowa, and from Mason City they determine that he needs four biceps, excuse me, bypass, bypass surgery. Fly to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and he has a full of bypass. Now, the gal and her husband, they fly in the helicopter. We take care of the they fly in the helicopter just to make sure. Now, about that time, I know it's great. She is 7 months pregnant. Oh, wow. She is 7 months pregnant. And about that time, she's having actions. So, she gets flown back to Colorado Springs, where she eases up a little bit, and now the baby's still in the womb, and so that's kind of the thing we did. That's not the first time that this happened. This first time that this happened when you have a little doctor, so that's pregnant. Yes, but when we had over and over again, your bad highway crashes, we fix bikes. Our team fixed, I think, something like 610 flats. We fix broken chains. We do everything that we can to keep the 20,000 people or so on the road. I said 20,000 people. 20,000 people are the number of people signed up in a RAGBRAI. There's another 5 to maybe 6,000 people just ride along for the day. They don't register. They're maybe from the town. They just ride to the next town. Husband or wife comes and picks them up. It takes them all. So all whole, I think when you get close to an urban area, you have 30,000 people. Yeah, that's a lot of people. This is just a wonderful experience. The average age is 51. 51. I am 78 years old. But we have people who are in their 90s. We have people who are teenagers. I saw a mom with maybe a 2 or 3 year old on the back of her bike and bike seat on the back of her bike, and riding along with her was maybe a 5 or 6 year old on his own bike, and they were riding this thing, and husband was up in front, and so you see that over and over. The churches, I like to eat at the Methodist or Catholic church, whatever it was, that offer spaghetti dinner set. Years, I hope I okay, so the miles are anywhere from about 35 to we do 100 all day.
And how long does that take?
Oh, you'll be on the bike like all day long. Some people can do it 6 or 7 hours, but for me, I'm 8 or 9 or 10 hours on the bicycle. So at the close of the ride is always on the east side of the state, along the Mississippi River. most this year was at Gothenburg, which is northwest Stockholm. It's a beautiful scenic town along below the bluffs of the river. The Mississippi River there is very scenic. It's a braided channel, a lot of islands. It's not a, and the water's kind of clear, and good fishing in the river, and it's a beautiful old city. And so our team stops. We're all in the same uniform that day, and we stop at the edge of town, and we form up in formation. Two left and right, two-person formation, and we're 50 riders long on each side, so 100 riders in formation, tight formation, and we ride through the pack. We have American flag up front and the Air Force flag up front, and people stand and cheer. Yes, as we ride through town, and as we reach the final destination, there's always some sort of song over the loudspeakers there. We ride down to the water and dip our tires in, and the song was proud to be American. So that's the way we start, but that's the way we end. When we start at the start tab, we get in formation and line to the outside in tight formation, tighten up, and right in tight formation to the edge of town, and then we break up, and each person goes their own way. We don't ride as fast as we can, ride to help everybody. Now, the teams there are just wonderful. I can tell you that there are probably a group of 5 guys who, not on our team, but they like to break it, and they are wearing real tight red, white, and blue briefs that show everything, and they've got capes on, red, white, blue capes on, and they're just kind of fun that way. And frankly, nowadays, every time I've seen these guys, there's a group of women around talking to them. You know, so I know that there are people who would want to look up on that, but you know, for me, that was over years and years ago. But it's just a fun time. Yes.
We have like the Dragon Trail here that we're very hard to connect to our song, that things like that will help with the cycle.
Oh, I believe so. I do so. I think that those are necessary. And they're necessary for fitness and for tourism. People came from all over to Iowa to go to that. We had people up in Iowa, all from all 50 states, and 20 foreign countries. There are people there talking Italian languages that I didn't recognize at all. So
Where's the money?
where's the money go? So most of the money goes for the ride. The local police and fire departments all receive money from this, but there is some money that goes to charity up there. Absolutely. So the police are there directing traffic, and yeah, it's just one of those. Now we wear a tight uniform, a bicycling uniform, and the shorts are tight and have a little significant padding on every place that you sit down. But frankly, there's a lot of gals up there who wear a little skirt around that. So that's fine. So we are glad to get everybody. And as I say, I was really kind of taken aback by maybe 10, 15 women breast cancer survivors for all bicycling. Yeah. I thought that was one.
What's the ribbon for?
All the women of the bikers made in Italy. Just an Italian flag. So that's the Italian flag.
Okay. Yeah.
questions? Very good.